What if they're right? But I didn't really have this before. Something happened, maybe flip the switch. I'm a lot more combative. But, a lot of my Citizen app reports are not published. And I have the immense pleasure to have zero chatters and zero likes because I know you all despise me. And I don't even have the privilege of getting like hostile critic money, just like, just like furniture or something. Some of you may be tolerant to me. That's great. You tolerate lactose too. Wow. Are you happy that you need lactose? Who's happy to be in an open air like stadium and then you can't get out until you expiate all your sins? I'm a Catholic, so I believe in purgatory. The only thing is, I must have done something so terrible and egregious to God and all His angels that I'm still alive after 49 years. And either I'm an NPC in some main character's like story arc, like Jalen Brunson. I'm hearing good things about that guy. I nominate him for the second coming of Jesus Christ. Day one, though. If he fucks up, then he'll be fired tomorrow, and the real guy will come in. But I think he's done enough for New York to warrant a day one. Try not to be hard on him. He should be flying over me with a helicopter. So here I am, waiting for my godson. See, the thing is, my godson asked, "Is Uncle coming?" And of course, sometimes you hear, "No, your uncle's a mentally ill, psychopathic narcissist." But I'm here. I'm not very good at anything at all. Ask Matt Damon. He tried to do hip hop under the hip hop name. His only persona is Nomad, where it's basically just Damon reversed. So I'm like, yeah, there's a comic hero named Nomad, and he tried like, how's my levels? Bring me up, and he's terrible, absolutely terrible. He has no timing. He has no off the cuff lyrical improv. He only works best with a script that he wrote. And even if you wrote a script, I'm awesome at all hip hop, and then unopposed. When somebody's in the booth with you, but that's him. He's famous. He'll be fine. He's rich. He'll be fine. I'm poor. I'll be dead. The only honor I have in all this life, while I work with inequity, is to decide who will attend my funeral. Now, at this time, I only allow one because I've argued with almost everybody. But he's my godson. I swore an oath to God to protect him with my life until my last dying breath. You know, even though he's like 14, graduating, going to enter high school, that means he's his own man. That's fine. I'm here for him, not for his father, not for my brother. This is more like a video diary. If I make it to 16 minutes and 40 seconds, that is 1,000 seconds, a trillion nanoseconds. Much like Elon Musk with his trillion, $1.2 trillion cash money he can show you, fills behind warehouses, data centers. It's just a way of keeping score, numbers. Ooh, ah, God has marked me. My formal pants are now, I paid for these pants because I smoke too much. Don't smoke, kids. It's very bad. God will punish you. God will smite you with a cigarette. Your favorite thing. You're wearing your formal pants to attend your godson's graduation from junior high school, and suddenly, for no reason at all, something like this. It's polyester. I have a mark. Just like they said, don't take the mark of the beast. They'll mark you on your forehead and right hand. Sometimes it's on your fucking polyester pants. They don't tell you that in the Bible. You got to improvise. And so, like, however I have displeased you, oh God, do you think, like, they came with a full book of prayers, the Roman Missal? No. Through pain, hardship, and suffering, they had to figure out which words were right, which words worked, you know? So anyway, I'll be here until 9:30. If they all left through another way, that's great. Then I'll know that they're guided by God, and I'm the literal devil. Resist the devil and she'll flee. But I resisted the security of God and said, I'm going to stand right here because this is where it happened. I'll leave voluntarily if I can verify that people are concerned about their image with all their peers than their image with God. God sees all. I might be going, oh, what's your excuse? I'm the only one who deserves hell. All of you should be in heaven tormenting me. I must have done something bad to you. I wish you could all tell me. I've seen Black Mirror, and it's like there's an episode. You did this. I committed genocide, probably. I'm probably Adolf Hitler. In which case, what's my locker combination? I mean, Hitler would have a locker. I would remember that, right? There's all these inconsistencies in my life. So as you can see, it's a beautiful blue sky and chrome, right? You can see the sky is blue and orange, mixed colors. Yet look around here, not a single Nick fan. They're not even wearing their hats. So the Knicks must not be very important. They're probably satanic if they don't even have. Look, you know, let's go Knicks. Where is that? Not a single one in all this. Schedule, will call, stickers. Anyway, I'm not petty. I'm just a psychopathic narcissist. You know, the one thing I beg from YouTube and all the moderators is just let me have this. Just like a Nazarene Samson. Let me have 16 minutes, 40 seconds. Nobody comes in. It's just like me using the red bathroom. Market taken. You know, I'm just trying to sort out all my disappointments, my bad attitude, my negative energy, my demanding tone, blah, blah, blah. You know, prophets are like that. I read about all the great prophets, Prophet Nathan, Prophet Samuel, you know? But waiting is something I'm really good at. It's like my superpower, it's my gift of God. I'm told in every Mass, we are waiting in joyful hope for the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. And so that's all I do. Even if my wife says, come home. No, I read the book of Job. Curse God with all your might. He did this. No, denied. I read all the books. Yeah, that's enterprise. If you need a truck, 1877 4TRK sales. The last S doesn't count, you know, because there's something like three and four. So just for a mental thing, the last ES doesn't count. Might as well call Espada, Española, something like that. If I could pray the Spanish Mass, all of it, I'd do it now. Except I chose French because I knew that French would not be popular and Spanish would be. I'm going to eventually learn when 9 billion people learn Spanish. And then it's my turn. I've gotten up to todos los días vivaré. And my wife is like, please text it. Prophet Nathan, all the prophets never negotiated with evil. Be nice, she says. So, be Nate. It was amazing. Amazing. You know, he said to me, black man from Florida, maybe younger than me. I was so impressed by the way he said, I asked him, my name's Nate. What's your name? Nathaniel. You know, that's impressive how he said, I'm Nathaniel. Texted now, my wife says, no, let God text for me. He won't. You know, he won't. God will provide stability and equality. When God should instantly punish me with, like, you know, I got off easy. I just got burned by a cigarette. And what am I doing again? I'm starting an all new cigarette because I'm an idiot. They said, this is a big lighter. Of course it is. You ever try to light a lighter in the wind and water? You need something that's equally strong. You see that? That's Wemby picking up the thing. It's a bit Wemby outside. Victor? Yeah, I was like getting on him for being a sore loser. Now I know how it feels. I mean, you know, they were mocking him, putting him in baby diapers. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, now I see the error in my ways. He's a human being wearing a uniform. Somebody got to lose, you know? Pride goeth before a fall and all those proverbs. But it's okay. I've accepted the fact that, you know, once they're all done, they're going to make a right instead of a left. And Jesus always taught that his sheep were on the right and his goats were on the left. This is biblical to me, you know? You see that? We are St. John's. If you watch the Venom DC comics with Tom Hardy, we are Venom. But in the beginning, it's like, you know, the symbiote would be like, we are Venom. And it's like, no, we got to say it at the same time. You know, I'm God is giving me the one very tiny, minute, unimportant, useless wish is to have a stream for 16 minutes and 40 seconds with zero viewers and zero likes. Because I feel like I'm looking into the eyes of God. You know, it's a cloudless sky. It's blue. It's Knicks colors. The Knicks are finally broke the drought. 57 years of hoping. Seize your fortune now. I'm okay with public safety. I've been here for 2 hours. They haven't called the police on me. You know, there's no stabbings like in Times Square. There's no shootings in a campus. This is private property, and then you allow me because I complied. And I'm thirsty as all hell, and I haven't eaten. And I offer all this fasting to God, because with this kind of demon, only prayer and fasting. All the apostles tried it. You know, the archdukes of hell and shit. Belial, the sons of Belial, laziness, sloth, going to Citizen app instead of rushing to my godson's thing. But the government has these weapons that can go drill into your brain. It's like, wouldn't it be a good idea to not be nice? And then they want to see. Is it curiosity? I don't blame them. We wouldn't have government without curious people. We'd be in caves. So you have to endure all of this. It's like all new president, all new rules. He's like Mayor Mamdani. Let him. He's a democratic socialist. He wants to turn New York City into Islam. Okay. What's his follow up? He might become Buddhist next, just out of boredom. I don't know. He's got the bag, the Woods bag. You ever been bored and just decided to change religions? That's what Satanists hope we're going to do. They find the greatest Catholics of all time and then somehow convert them. It's a lot easier than doing like peons or like the low level. Convert the leadership, and then the leadership will bully all the things. I'm not styling myself as a pope. I like Pope Leo, Pope Bob. He has an older brother, and his older brother bullies him. It's like, hey Bob, fix my computer. It's broken. You know all the tricks. And then Pope Leo is like, listen, I'm the Pope now. And his older brother says, oh, I'm sorry, Pope, fix my computer. Is the thing. So he got a bad attitude. I got a bad attitude. Older brothers have that same attitude. They're bullies. Even a cry bully, even a barking bully, loud bully. Bullies are bullies. And you want to be the bully basher. But my main point is, I'm here to see my godson, not my brother, not his father. I've gone toe to toe with my dad and lost. It's just like, going one on one with Jalen Brunson and then trying Wemby. I know I'm going to lose, but only one has a championship ring. And I'll tell you, Wemby ain't no Brunson. Losing against Wemby is like losing against a toddler. You know, anytime they want to, did you win this year? No, you didn't. Wah, wah, wah. And I'm trying to help him cope too. He was acting bad outside of Madison Square Garden. He could have broken so many tree branches with his wind power. I was like, do what you like. Don't come crying to me. You're supposed to be this, like, team captain. Imagine a team captain, like, going nuts. I'm going to use magic from Etsy and grunge. That's bad sportsmanship. Even I know that, you know? So there's a lot of, like, anger and ugly trauma and Epstein list, this and that. If you pray to Satan to get your shit, once he's out of the picture, you lose too, you know? Whereas God and Jesus Christ, they're eternal. They're the just judge. I'm seeing all these people with the flowers and the happy grad. So very nice. I'm so very envious. Envy is sadness at all the other people's happiness. It says there in unity, we are St. John's, not you are St. John's, or they are St. John's, or those people are St. John's. We. So, you hear that? Those are all the happy graduates getting their thing. And me, I'm on the outside, in the outer darkness, wailing and gnashing of teeth. But you know what? I'm included. I'm in the Bible. I don't mind. Purgatory is about waiting all the time. Am I done yet? Until you see some assassin garrote me or stab me like they did in a thing. A lady was stabbed in Bryant Park just with a dispute, face to face. Any single one of these public safety officers could have stabbed me. I have 1% um, battery.